This video is a quick response to 25 invisible benefits of gaming while male.
I can choose to remain completely oblivious or indifferent to the harassment that many women face in gaming spaces.
So wait, women don't have a choice? They have to believe your story that gaming is an unsafe space for women? A lot of female gamers vehemently disagree with that premise. To find them, look no further than the hashtag, #NotYourShield. But because they disagree with you, you just pretend they don't exist. Their opinions don't count. Women aren't allowed to go against your narrative. At least you afford a choice to men. You know what, Johnny? Maybe male privilege is casually ignoring all women who disagree with you.
I am never told that video games or the surrounding culture is not intended for me because I am male.
This one really cracks me up. Do you know who's telling women that video games and the surrounding culture are not for them? You. It's you. You tell women that gaming is an evil, misogynistic boys' club with no place for girls. The one alienating them from gaming is you.
If I enthusiastically express my fondness for video games, no one will automatically assume I'm faking my interest just to get attention from other gamers.
Do you know why the concept of fake gamer girls is even a thing? It's because at some point during the mid to late 2000s, around when the Big Bang Theory made nerd culture trendy, certain women began to lie about being gamers for personal or professional reasons. Before that point, the concept of a fake gamer girl did not exist. If a woman said she liked video games, she liked video games, and no one questioned it. So if you want to point a finger, point it at women like your fake gamer colleague Anita Sarkeesian.
It's a soundtrack of one song, except I'm doing video games. So it's not exactly a fandom. I'm not a fan of video games.
Who casts a cloud of suspicion over female gamers everywhere through her dishonesty.
I can look at practically any gaming website, show, or magazine and see the voices of people of my own gender widely represented.
How does that even matter? Are you a sexist? Because you're saying the thoughts and opinions of one's own gender are worth more than the thoughts and opinions of the opposite gender. That is textbook sexism, and a pretty hardcore variety of it, too. When I'm listening to the voice of a woman, I don't think, I value this less because I have a penis and she has a vagina. In fact, I'd go out on a limb and say that to most gamers gender isn't even an issue. After all, Morgan Webb is held in much higher esteem than Adam, Crack is whack, Sessler is. If male gamers drew lines in the sand based on gender, then they couldn't so widely value Webb over Sess. And speaking of Ms. Webb, a lot of gaming sites, shows, and magazines do in fact employ women if you care to actually look. I just thought I should point that out.
My gaming ability will never be called into question based on unrelated natural biological functions.
What?
When purchasing most major video games in a store, chances are I will not be asked if, or assumed to be, buying it for a wife, daughter, or girlfriend.
Excuse me? Are you implying women are automatically assumed to be buying video games for their wives, daughters, or girlfriends? Are you pulling words out of a hat at this point? Did you write this while you were drunk, Jonathan?
While playing online with people I don't know, I won't be interrogated about the size and shape of my real-life body parts, nor will I be pressured to share intimate details about my sex life for the pleasure of other players.
Yes, I can't imagine the size of a man's dick and balls or his sexual eccentricities being the topic of conversation in a competitive online game. Such is the power of penis privilege. I don't know if you can tell from this robot voice, but that was sarcasm.
Complete strangers generally do not send me unsolicited images of their genitalia, or demand to see me naked on the basis of being a male gamer.
Complete strangers will send you unsolicited images of their genitalia or demand to see you naked, just on the basis that you are internet famous or highly reactive. Your gender and your hobbies have nothing to do with it. In general, nobody, male or female, is trolled on the mere basis that they are male or female.
In multiplayer games, I can be pretty sure that conversations between other players will not focus on speculation about my attractiveness or sexual availability in real life.
I don't know what multiplayer games you play, They must be nowhere in the vicinity of Xbox Live, but in the ones I'm familiar with, obscure titles like Call of Duty, men will make fun of each other for everything and anything possible. Trash talk has been a part of online competitive gaming since the dawn of the internet. To act like only women are targeted by it, or especially targeted by it, is unbelievably disingenuous. Ugly and virgin or words to that effect are some of the insults that male players most often level against each other. You should be intimately familiar with these insults considering how often social justice warriors such as yourself accuse all who oppose you of being ugly, male, basement-dwelling virgins, even when they're female. So progressive.
Because it was created by a straight white man, this checklist will likely be taken more seriously than if it had been written by virtually any female gamer.
What planet do you inhabit, Johnny boy? You're a socially and economically privileged man pretending to speak for women of whom you truly know nothing. This makes it impossible to take you and your list seriously. At least when you have Anita Sarkeesian pretend to speak for women, it's a little more credible, because Anita actually is a woman. Now it's time to bid farewell and say good night. Sleep tight, Johnny, and don't let the misogynists living under your bed bite.